Disclaimer. All topics in this video are alleged and allegedly, and they are strictly for entertainment purposes only.
Hey, everybody, do watch you. When you've been doing your post about me, great job.
The season as a whole. So Belle Collective season 2, as came back, and we got some new cast. We saw the departure, an exit, firing of Miss Antoinette Lyles, Dr. Antoinette.
Not the firing.
The firing. Her contract was not renewed. Her services were no longer needed, and so we saw the introduction of Miss Aikisha and So Gucci. Hey, So Gucci. And So Gucci, we saw these two newbies join the show. And what were your thoughts about these two newbies, both? So Gucci and Aikisha?
I think they brought something. It was lighter. Because I feel like last season just kind of drug a little bit, if that makes sense. It drugged for me. Right? And I felt like this season, it was like with Gucci and Aikisha, I felt like they kind of was sweet and sour, and I think it was like a little tension in there. And I know we don't need them acting like that, but we like to see the little drama. And they brought it, because I couldn't with Antoinette out there in that baseball field. I couldn't with all that. I was like, I was like, what is she talking about? And then she got these guys, she come out here in the woods, and they got butterflies and picnics. I don't care about that.
Child.
Let's get into it.
Whenever I watch a show, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm finished.
It's just for me. Whenever I watch a show, especially from the beginning, and they change the cast, and it's gonna happen, I'm always like, "Oh God, here we go." So when I saw the preview, I was like, "Okay, so Gucci and Aikisha." But when they showed them, to me, it gave the show a balance. And I've never liked the new people right away. When So Gucci got on there and said, if it's his baby, let him raise his own goddamn baby. I was like, yes, ma'am. She had me. And with Aikisha, I liked her because she had a different energy. I know a lot of people are like, oh, she said this and I don't like her. But to me, they didn't give her a chance. People are getting to know her more. But I do like her. And we're going to get into Ferris Street. I saw you turn your head. We're going to get into Ferris Street, baby. So that's my take on it. I liked it. This season was good.
I went to Ferris Street, King. I went on Ferris Street. And we can talk about that later. But let me say this. Episode 1, Season 2, Episode 1 is called New Bells and New Babies. So we talked about, so Gucci was introduced. We found out about Marie's grandson. Tysha is introduced as Greedy's emotional partner. Latrice,
the decorator.
The decorator. Latrice and Cliff talk about this baby, and Latrice has the tea party. So that's what it was in a whole.
But I like So Gucci. So Gucci to me is a vibe. Like her energy, her swag. I was like, yeah, she's likable. Like I was like, yeah, she's a new energy, and she came here just to get to know everyone and have a good time. Like that's what I got from her. Like she was there to have a good time. She would say what she want to say, and just she did her. Like she wasn't trying to have any drama with anybody. She was not trying to step on nobody's toes. She was there to have a good time and vibe it out. And that's what you do as a newbie. That's how you come into these shows. That's how you come in and have a good time. You don't come in trying to step on people's toes. You new to the show. You get to know these women. Like you get to know how the dynamics are. You don't come on thinking that you know everything and you don't. Like you learning this show. Like so
100%.
So Gucci took the time to really learn everybody, and I liked it about her. Aikisha she rubbed me the wrong way with her with how she
was introduced.
Came
I know.
Across.
Yeah,
like,
I know. Cause
it's just how she came
that.
off. She came off like.
And I feel like she rubbed a lot of people the wrong way.
She rubbed me the wrong way.
I feel like she rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. But if you just take that out and just look at one thing about what I like about her, what I like about Aikisha is she say what she mean and she mean what she say and she's staying firm on her word, and I like that about her. So I think she did a lot of talking. I do.
I mean, she lied. Like,
I agree with you on
I don't think what she's saying is any different because I'm new. I'm not gonna come in shy and timid and you gonna say what you want to me. That's like the first day of school, baby. I'm showing up in my new clothes. I'm taking my suit on the No, listen. Letitia to me came in from the jump. Maybe it's because of what Tambra told them. But every time Aikisha was getting to know them and telling them at that meeting, I have Marie was saying she's a cosmetologist. Don't nobody say that, but okay. She says she's opening up the 5 methadone clinics. All these Aikisha just started talking about what she has and what she does. That's no different than what they did.
See,
at all. No, it's not no different.
That cosmetologist hit me. I ain't even gonna lie. That's me. When she walked with that Party City hair on, I was like, I know she ain't no cosmetologist.
Not too much. I'm gonna remember.
Come on, George Washington.
Fabulous. If she wants to rock a $1,000 blonde wig, she can do that. I mean, it can, and she chose to do that. But with Miss Aikisha, with that sit down with Letitia and Marie, she got on my nerves because when they were sharing things, and Marie said, "Oh yeah, I'm I worked at a hospital, or somebody worked at the hospital I know. Here come Aikisha." Well, my grandfather actually built the hospital that they worked in. So my, like it was like she had to work. She was constantly trying to one up to make herself feel like, okay, I did this, I did that. Like this, I kept coming on to me like, girl, we get it.
If she has it, if these are things that are true, that's not a reason.
They don't walk the streets of Jackson. They don't walk the streets of we get it. Their grandparents have broken their backs. We get you a part of legacy. But it came across as if she was trying to always one up in that conversation. Every time Letitia or Marie said they did something, here she come with something to one up. Because like, girl, it's not a competition. It's getting me very competitive, and I didn't like that.
But she does have those things. That's no different from.
It is different because
no, it's
not.
I understand what he's saying. And I understand what Lisa 23 _ Lisa 23 is saying. Like every other sentence was about her family being the first to do something. And I will say this: we don't, as a collective group of people, Black people, we really not here for somebody just going like Aikisha did. We're not here for that because she did do that, Jay. She did that. But at the same time, I'm all about delivery because I think that you can come into a situation like I don't know you men, and I appreciate you for having me on this platform, right? So I'm not gonna just be like, well, you know what? I feel like my review, I'm not gonna do that because he hit the button and I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that. But you read the room,
breathe,
you read the room, you see how it is, and I feel like Aikisha is just she has been afforded some things. And she doesn't have a problem sharing that. Sometimes her delivery can be a little much for people who may not have the afforded things. And I think that may be, and I feel like she could have come in a little softer, but she came in. And
I don't see any difference from Marie saying that.
Because Marie didn't say, because this is different. Marie said, yeah, I'm opening 5 methadone clinics in the city of Jackson, and I'm also doing that. Here come Aikisha. Well, yeah, she opened up. Congratulations, opening up your 5 methadone clinics in Jackson. But my father actually built a hospital, one of the biggest hospitals in Jackson.
Like, it was a girl. Like, it was.
No,
it's different.
No,
it was.
I don't. Because Marie always says I've heard her say she's a millionaire. You name it, I own it. So if you're going to come in popping, why do I got to sit there because I'm new and act like I'm intimidated and I can't say nothing? No, that's not how it goes.
Nobody said she
Well,
was
she just
intimidating.
stated what it is. So y'all got some people. I'm not gonna say some people have a problem with her being sure of herself.
No,
To
I
me,
don't.
it's
I
not.
don't
No,
have a problem
it's
with
nothing
that.
I
wrong with
don't.
that. I'm
I
glad
don't
she's
have a
an
problem with
accomplished
that.
black woman doing her thing.
Yeah.
It came off me being a viewer and watching, and those ladies, it came off as like an arrogance thing. It came off very
Yeah.
arrogant sometimes, and that's
I
my
don't
issue.
have.
Like you can say what you do, but it came out arrogant. Maybe she was not trying to come across as arrogant, but what was shown to us, it gave arrogance because every time they said something, she came with something. Oh well, my people, you know, they actually walked Fair Street. They actually had a business on Fair Street. You know, like okay.
But somebody just said something was pinned about the editing. I do agree with the
Course
Yeah.
editing
have.
too, because they're gonna take whatever is hot. They're gonna take what's hot and use it.
Yeah, I mean, and I feel like I don't feel like Aikisha. I feel like where Aikisha has come from. I feel like she is like, I'm not going to be afraid to speak and do what it is that I have. I'm not going to downplay my accomplishments. I'm not going to do this. Now, I understand the one up part of it. I can see what people are talking about, but I understand what she's saying. Like, I'm a resource, ladies. I can help you with it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what she should have said. You know what I'm saying? Jay, do you agree? Like, at least she could have said, I'm a resource. I have this right here on Ferris Street. This is the building that you were standing in front of. This is my family's building. It's open. This is what I can do for Ferris Street and you. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that, but this is something too. Because I see Marie was able to meet with her, not judge her outside of what's said, right? I feel like with Letitia, I don't know if it's, we'll find out if it's what Tamara told her, if you were moved and grooved by that, but it was always a thing with Letitia and her. Like to me, I'm not gonna go by something somebody tells me. Like if Millie Chung say, well, the King of Shade said this, da 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 da. Okay, I don't know if that's true or not, so I'm only gonna rock out with him with what he gives me. And as an adult, I just felt like that's not something you do because it's always this friction with them, sort of. So you just got to not go into where Tamara told me this or that, but you just got to get to know her for herself. Like I get what people saying about that, but Letitia, you got to form your own opinion. But even with that, Letitia to me still takes shots with her because what I didn't like is when she said the comment about your family didn't even want you. Because if Aikisha would have flipped it and said your own husband don't want you, it would have been a problem. Like you don't go that below the belt. And to me, it's giving. I'm very much intimidated. That's
Who
what
not
it's
intimidated,
giving
honey?
me.
Never intimidated, honey.
Very
Like,
much.
don't be intimidated,
Yes.
honey.
Like what Paula's trying
Yes.
to say is like everyone is talking about generational wealth and Aikisha got it. I just feel like Aikisha is a resource. I do understand. I do understand when people said the one up thing. I watched it too, and I felt like sometimes it was a lot. I do, but I like Aikisha because she is very sure of herself, and I feel like she is a resource. That if Letitia is serious about what's going on Ferris Street, here's someone that has something on Ferris Street. This is how we can do this. You know what I mean? So she's a resource.
I mean, here by Sonya says you always talking negative about Aikisha. I even saw a post where you spoke negative about her here. I was so speechless. Well, if Aikisha would have gave me positive things to say about her on this show, I would have had positive things to say. And we watched the same show together. We watched all 9 episodes of this season together, and Aikisha only had 2 positive moments on the show. So, I mean, as far as her hair, I just made a comment because somebody else made a comment about the hairs on the show. I mean, they talk about other people's hairs on the show. They wore Miss Marie out about her hair. So Aikisha ain't off limits. She can get shaded too about her hair because she had some misses this season. Like we're not gonna pick and choose whoever we can and can't talk about. But anyway, let's get to the brunch because that was the biggest thing. This brunch.
Episode 2
had and the explosiveness of the other brunch.
It's called "Got a Meeting in the Men's Room."
Yeah, in the men's room, honey, and you know that's like okay. The brunch started off. It started off okay, I guess. But it went to the bottoms, went to hell like very quickly. What y'all think about the brunch? Who y'all think like? What y'all thoughts on the brunch entirely? Like from the beginning.
I thought it was hell in a handbasket because when they were leaving out, Essie said, Marie, you said you weren't gonna mess up this brunch and you done messed up these folks' brunch again. I just feel like I'm all for them doing women's empowerment, right? Because I love it. But what I did not love is that I feel like, for one, if Marie didn't want to be there, and I did see her and Tambra talking about it on the OWN YouTube thing, and she was saying, because I asked her a question and she replied, and she was like, I told them I didn't want to play the game. Like, I feel like she should have just left. It shouldn't have been where Letitia got up and let me go see about Marie and all that, and them screaming and hollering in the ladies' room, and then people coming in. That was too much. It was too much, and I did not like when Letitia said the comment about you giving them something. Like, if you're empowering these women, don't call them out their name. That's not the empowerment. Like, I feel like her brunch.
Yeah,
she called her guests. You giving those hoes something to talk about. She don't say that.
That wasn't good.
I mean, she ain't perfect. I mean, we can't
no,
we're gonna pick apart like
no. Now you taking up for her because she your fave. We gonna call her spade a spade. It don't matter. Look, every time you get mad, you can't say what you want to. Nah, she was wrong. She was wrong. She was wrong.
She was mad.
She wrong. It don't matter. It don't matter. You get mad at work and you don't say stuff to your boss.
We definitely say stuff to our people about our boss.
Okay.
No, but if you empowering women, you can't call them out their name. Your guests, these are your guests.
At that point, the empowerment was gone and it was turned up time. So the empowerment left the building.
If you're hosting your brunch, you still keep your composure.
The empowerment left a long time
ago. I feel like Marie should have just not even gone to that brunch. Marie, at that time, the way the show opened, Marie was not stable as far as her mother was concerned. Raven had gone. It was a lot going on. She had a lupus situation. I think Marie should have just stayed at home. She already knew Latrice was going to be there. She already knew how she felt about Latrice. And I would have preferred her to call Letitia and say, girl, I'm just not going to be able to make it.
But because the show, so it was not Letitia, it was production.
I understand she filmed the show. But Aikisha filmed the show and she wasn't she wasn't invited to her thing either. So she could have missed something.
She could have missed something, but it was her calling Letitia. Calling Letitia, telling her she didn't come. She had to call production because production filming the show.
Or she could have said, you know what, I'm not ready for this, and she could have said, let me go to the bathroom, and never had come back.
But it was fine. It was fine. Like I even was mad at Letitia. Because I feel like, that game, she shouldn't have did that game because she know the space that Marie and Latrice was in. And I feel like I expressed this to Tysha. Like, I didn't like it, I didn't agree with it because I feel like what they space in. So why would you think it was okay to have a game where you want Marie, to speak and then you ask Marie to speak positive about Latrice when Marie has nothing positive to say about this woman because the woman tried to ruin her life. So I just felt like that was the worst game and worst idea, especially to pick Marie to do this game.
And why were you
I was very upset with that. And Marie when she was sitting there, Marie did everything in her power. She drank the water. She remained calm as best she could. But when Letitia asked her to play this game, that was too much.
The water situation was too much. Because she was sitting up there like she was in the Sahara Desert. Like she
was having anxiety. She was having an anxiety moment. I have had those moments.
Look,
like when you trigger,
I get it that she didn't want to be there and play the game, but bottom line, you're an adult. Like, I get it, and I understand what she was saying. She could have just left. That's my thing. She could have just left. It didn't have to go into the screaming match. It didn't have to go into that. But still, as an adult, we all know.
Up until the game, Marie was sitting there fine, being ignoring, not engaging with Latrice and speaking to everyone, being in the scene, chilling. It was not until Letitia decided, let's play a game, and ask this woman to speak positive about a woman that tried to destroy her career, which affected her business and her family. So why when that happened, of course, the reaction, and she removed herself so she wouldn't pop out, because Marie said herself, if she had opened her mouth, she was going to say something that was going to be bad. So she went to the ladies, went to the
But I'm
ladies'
not
room
talking about
to
that. I'm
calm
talking
down.
about the ladies' room. She
She
could
went
have
to the
left.
bathroom to calm
She
down.
could have
That's what I'm
left.
saying.
She
Don't
could have
even
left
go
from
to
the
the bathroom.
bathroom.
She went to the
Don't even
You
go
bathroom.
to the
caused this whole
bathroom.
ruckus.
Yeah, don't go to the bathroom. Just go
But
to your
she
car.
went to the bathroom. But she went to the bathroom. I mean, something wrong going to the bathroom to calm down. And see her good
But you
self.
ain't got to
Went to
scream
go
and
check on
holler and
her.
all that. You ain't got
She
to
was
do
gonna
all
come
that.
back and sit once she calmed down. Like that's what's wrong with going to the bathroom. She don't have
All
to
I'm
leave the
saying is,
scene. Like it's not always the best solution.
This is where I stand on that. I feel like if first of all, we do know that Marie was going through a lot.
A lot.
We can agree with that. And I'm on Marie's side. Because when you're going through something, anything can set you off. So I feel like when Latrice had walked in, that triggered Marie. I feel like Marie should have said, Letitia, why we went to the bathroom? And I feel like at that point she'd been like, girl, look, I'm gonna go. Because
But she sat there for a minute. She sat there for a minute though. She literally sat there and said nothing and was chill.
She should have sat in the car for a minute. She should have got out the building. Because
but why she have to leave? If anything, Letitia shouldn't have even invited Latrice to the event, knowing that they had not, knowing these two women have not had a conversation. So I put it on. Letitia.
No, it ain't on Letitia. Listen, people got all kinds of friends that do not get along.
You don't have your friend in a space with someone that did what they did to your friend. You don't never let your friend be put in an uncompromising position and situation where they're going to be triggered like that.
Who just said Marie was an adult? Somebody just said that Marie is an adult. Marie is an adult.
I look at it like this.
She was acting like an adult.
Okay. No, I look at it like this. Bottom line, even if she knew Latrice was going to be there, if you don't like it, just leave. You don't have to be in the bathroom screaming and hollering. Just leave.
She wasn't screaming in the bathroom. She wasn't screaming.
Yes, they were.
Screaming.
It don't matter. Just go. Just go. Go. That's it. Just go. That's it. It ain't even got to be all that.
What was going on? As she tried to
yes, she was.
Letitia came out, went out to her into the bathroom and started screaming and hollering.
Grown adults don't do that. Grown adults don't do that. End of the day, just leave.
Grown adults remove themselves from a situation to go calm down so they won't act up.
She didn't calm down. She didn't calm down.
She sat there and went off on that girl. Then it would have been a problem for her going off.
And go home. She
don't have to go home. She don't have to go home.
She should.
Baby, he gonna defend Marie. He gonna defend it.
No, she should have never got out the bed. That's what
she didn't have to go home. Marie didn't have to go anywhere.
No, she should never came. She should never have come.
She
should never have come to that.
Do her job.
Okay, she did her job. Right?
That was your word.
Okay, so when she come in there and when she saw Latrice, that's a trigger. She should have been like, girl.
But she was cool. It was. She was literally sitting there, quiet, chilling. She didn't say anything until Letitia wanted to play that dumb ass game. That's what started all.
That's not her fault though. About the game.
Before they played the game, I know you saw this in the preview. The lean back, and the look over. That was Marie.
Yeah,
she was ready.
She leaned the back look over, but she didn't say anything to the woman.
If that game would have happened, it still was something. Still would have went down. If that game would have happened, something still would have went down.
It would have went down because Marie said,
yes, it would.
Marie didn't say anything to the woman, and she was forced into a situation where somebody wanted her to speak at the woman and say positive things about the woman. Now, of course, now you want me to talk to this woman. You know, you're my friend. You know how I feel. Don't ask me to speak to somebody that I don't like.
I thought the game was dumb.
It was a stupid game. It was a stupid game.
I thought that was just ridiculous.
Messy.
Grown women do not need to play a game where I'm pulling stuff out and ask you to say nice things about people who you may or may not like. That was wrong. That was wrong.
And that's why Aikisha's luncheon was successful because it didn't have no game.
Aikisha's luncheon is forgettable, but
it was
at least we don't forget about
it. Was successful. It was successful. Ain't nobody asked a bunny hop jackrabbit food like they did.
It was successful. It was the first successful.
It was.
No, it's not. It was not the first successful. a lunch.
Yes, it was.
No,
Yes, it was. It was a luncheon. Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Let's move on
He
to
gonna
the
ride
second.
out for them. Billy Chug, he gonna ride out for them. He gonna
Let's move
ride
on to
out.
the second part.
Let's keep moving.
With the Wicked Witch of the East, honey, Miss Aikisha coming in like a bad witch, honey, and just really brought some negative energy to the place. Let's talk about it.
You talking about the
So what place?
To the brunch.
I'm gonna tell you my only thing. I'm gonna tell you my funniest thing. The funniest thing was the Pella whatever posse. Y'all had
Pila Hatchie.
Pila Hatchie. I had too much prosecco, so. But the Pila Hatchie posse was the funniest thing to me. But I think the only thing that I had a problem with her, I mean, even the dirty place. I think that when she told Letitia. I felt like she was out of her place. She told Letitia, let me go. I know the owner. Let me go talk to the owner. Like, at that point, like, girl, just have a seat and let Letitia handle this. Because what I didn't realize was those were Letitia's actual plates. So they probably were something on the plate. I don't know. But Letitia brought those plates like they were from home or something. It wasn't the building's plate. It was her actual plate. But I think that was the only thing I had a problem with. Like, okay, Aikisha, like that might be a little bit overkill. You saying, I know the owner. Okay, she clearly has talked to the owner or somebody because she has this situation here. So that was my only problem with it. But that was it for me. It was hilarious to me, I
thought. Okay, I'm gonna let you. What were your thoughts? Before I read.
Oh, here we go. Okay, so y'all know he's gonna hold up for his stage. This is the thing, though. I can like somebody and still be objective. Yes, I can like, because I think Letitia's cool. I think all the Bells, they bring something. Before I say that, let me say it. I think they all bring something. I'm proud of all of them because I grew up there. But when it comes to the brunch, okay, in a Pili Hatchie posse, because I got to interview Aikisha, she explained the backstory to that. That those, yes, we're talking about her cousin, the mayor. Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna be the same way. If you talking about somebody in my family, baby, what? You gonna do what the who party? I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you. I'm saying it and I'm saying it and I'm rocking out with it. And then this my thing though. If Letitia she doesn't like the Pila Hatchie posse, I get if you offended by that. But then she made a comment. Aikisha needs to take that back to the Bronx. Okay, so we not gonna be tit for tat because people from the Bronx gonna be like, wait a minute, and she does not live in the Bronx. She lives in New Jersey. Now, if the plate dirty, the plate is dirty. That's the bottom line. Like Lily Charles said, maybe, a lot of people didn't like that, the whole thing, I'm gonna talk to the manager or whatever, but if the plate dirty, I ain't eating off a damn dirty plate, and that's just what the hell it is, baby.
Me neither. I'm not either.
In the brunch, I looked at the food when she pulled up that waffle was burnt. Let's be clear. Letitia, I gave her the crown and I called her because they all got a name, baby, okay? Marie is the Empress. She's Marie Monroe certified. Latrice is the goddess. I crown so Gucci the queen of real estate and fitness. Tamra is the midday diva. Aikisha is the queen of Jackson. And I gave Letitia the queen of brunches, but I demoted her to the queen of easy bake ovens because she couldn't get it right in these brunches. And I want her to have a successful brunch. I do. I really do. But if the plate dirty,
that's her business. She said many. It's because you didn't see it. I mean,
no, she hasn't. Not on the show. She hasn't. From what we see on show. No, none of those brunches have been successful. No, that brunch
was successful last. What we're not gonna do is attack her business because that's what she does for a living.
I'm not attacking her. Those brunches on the show, they don't go good.
That's my problem.
They don't go good.
Aikisha selling that show.
Yes, ma'am.
Being the most ghetto person.
Yes, ma'am.
When the room came into the scene with nasty negative energy. She can't.
No, she didn't. The plate was dirty.
Hey, Jay, wait a minute.
The queen of easy bake ovens didn't deliver. The queen of easy bake ovens didn't deliver. She didn't deliver.
Ain't no wrong with East Bake at all. It cooks your food. But anyway, I had interaction with Aikisha on live, and Aikisha gave me the whole thing about editing and saying that Letitia's friends were talking about her and they put her in the mood. That's why she was being a bitch. But girl, like, you chose to be a bitch because you wanted to be a bitch. At the end of the day, what you gave is what the show took. So you was a bitch, and they took what you in a bitch, and they gave us what we got. And so it's no excuse because you it's a choice. You could have stayed or you could took your ass home. You didn't have to come to my event and start acting a bitch towards me at my event, telling me talking shit. Like, she kept saying stuff. She kept with her jabs at Letitia, and then until Letitia gave her some attitude, it would seem to be a problem. But you're not gonna keep jabbing me, okay? You told me to pass it dirty. I told you I was gonna handle it. I'll let it go. She wouldn't let it go. She kept pressing the issue. So then she was with her, oh, it's ghetto, and why is it, I thought it was gonna be a big glamorous thing, and this and that, like,
And it
and her
wasn't.
digs, and she was judging everything. Like, she literally
It was
ripped
very
apart her
much
event.
get off.
Literally, like, sweetheart, you are a replacement. You replace someone.
It was
So
get
stay in your lane and know where you are at, honey.
It was one table in the middle of a 500,000 square foot room. It was one.
And you know that building. You know that building. Millie Chung, you know that building. You know that building.
So it's reading is comprehension. Reading is comprehension is fundamental. She never said it's gonna be a big glamorous event. It was an event.
She could have invited them over her house for Rotel and Hot Wings. She would have came out better. She's a queen of easy bake ovens. She's a queen of easy bake ovens.
Why would she want a nasty person in her home?
Wait.
With nasty energy? No,
yes, Millie Chung.
Wait. Okay, I think we're getting off track, fellas.
We are definitely on it because
let's go to the next part. What's next?
Yes.
What was the next part? This is gonna be the next episode, right? The next episode.
Okay. You talking about love marriage, and no baby carriage. Latrice and Cliff's pressure to have a baby. I'm over that. I'm over that right now. Because we're not really talking about Latrice having a baby. We feel like she don't need to have a baby. That's it. We over that.
Marie said that she didn't want to come. She told Letitia that she didn't want to be invited to any more brunches, and Letitia kind of got upset because Marie, just didn't want to be in the space. And
I love Marie in that moment because I think Marie felt like Marie realized, like, Marie kind of like, I don't know if it's gaslighting, but she was like, I felt like I was saying I was gonna leave, so I saved it. But no, you didn't save it. But I was relieved when she came and said, I'm not coming to any more brunches. I was like, yes, I'm okay with that. Kudos to me. I was happy about that. Now that's what else we got for episode 3? Because what I really want to go to is episode 4.
When Aikisha and Letitia met up and had a conversation, they had a conversation about the brunch, about everything after the brunch, and they was kind of talking about, what they feel happened and this and that during the brunch.
Because she left. And she said she wish she hadn't have left.
Yeah, because it was too ghetto, honey. It was too hood. It was ghetto and this and that, honey. So she had to leave, honey. Very classy, though.
I understand how you feel, honey. I do get it. I get it. And we all have our favorites and we all have one. I get it. So I'm
but you gonna stand behind yours.
You stand behind Aikisha.
But you got to be objective, because I'm objective about Aikisha. I'm objective about all of them.
You stand behind Aikisha, honey. You can't even see how wrong she was in that whole situation. You're not once acknowledge it.
I said some people might have taken it wrong.
Very tacky, very tacky, very unprofessional. As a professional woman, you come somewhere and then you being just disrespect. And then my thing is, okay, you mad the posse or whatever. That ain't got nothing to do with Letitia. So why are you giving her that energy? Give her that energy.
Okay.
Well, where did she disrespect her? She called her out her name. She called her out. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on.
Let's go to episode 4. Episode 4 is Hair Wars. Okay. So we meet Willie Cologne. Okay. Essie goes to talk to Latrice.
Yes.
And what else?
It's with the mess, baby.
I love Miss Essie, honey. That's a real friend.
Like, I love Essie. I follow Essie on Twitter, and I let her know when she look cute. Essie always gonna have that hair.
She's sweet.
She's very sweet.
I love Essie. I love
Essie.
Essie is a friend. She is a friend. She is a friend. And even when she told Marie that she went and invited Latrice, like, you can tell they're really good friends. You can tell their relationship, because I thought Marie was going to be upset, but she wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But in this episode, Willie and Aikisha was talking to Soguchi about the house or whatever. And she was saying how, you know, she wanted to be in Jackson. She wanted her children to have, you know, both worlds or whatever. And, you know, she was trying to get him to move there. I'm not saying that he's not going to move there. I'm not saying that they're going to have a home there. But I feel like that's a very tall task for him. You know what I'm saying? Because me being from Mississippi, I know what it is that I don't do. I live in Texas now. So it's 20 minutes to the airport.
Yes.
It's 15 minutes to the Cowboy Stadium. It's, you know, it's
Military, where you at? I'm in Dallas.
Yeah, that's where I live. I live in Dallas.
Military, me too. You better come through.
Yeah, it's like 20 minutes to the American Airlines. So, you know, I can go and see the basketball game. I can see a flight. I can see a football game. And I can go about my business. So I feel like Aikisha needs, I mean, I don't know what that's about. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I understood her when she was like, you know, you kind of kidnapped me from my family. So I think that was a filler. But
definitely giving filler vibes.
I liked the communication. I liked the fact that we got to see Willie. I liked the fact that we got to see, like, Aikisha is really different with Willie. You saw that, right? Like, she's really different. So could you appreciate her, King, in that moment when she's talking to her husband and he's like, you know, this may be what I'm doing. She was a little soft. She was a little softer.
What you gonna say, King? Come on. What you gonna say? Come on.
She was a little softer in the area. You could see where
I give it that.
Yeah, she was softer in that moment. Yeah, she was.
You know, it was definitely a filler. You know, definitely. You know, it was definitely like just we gonna throw this in here to fill up the some of the gap of this episode. But it was you know, she was nice and he seemed like a nice gentleman, a nice guy, and you know, I enjoy you know getting to know him. You know,
but the star of this episode is Letitia Peterson, because this is when Letitia told Glenn that it's a privilege for you to be with. That whole thing right there, that whole thing was like, I don't know if Glenn really listened to what she was talking about. I don't know if he heard her. I don't know if he was like, okay, I'm just gonna sit here and go with her because I just need her to come home so people won't realize that my wife had left me and I don't look crazy. Like she meant that. You know what I'm saying?
I felt that.
I felt it. As a woman, I felt it. Like, dude, you cannot keep doing this to me. Do you realize I have moved into a double wide trailer with my mother and my child? I have left my home with my husband because you will not stop making it uncomfortable for me to be at my home.
I felt that, especially when she was like, stop playing with me. Like, that was a real moment. If you ever been in love with somebody, and I understand that, and they dragging you through it, and she was like, you know, you sleep with me, I get in bed with you. Like, I thought that was for real. Like, you don't play with people's heart like that. And I still feel like he's a master manipulator, because you see she's crying, you see what she's going through. Even the part on the previous episode where, like, he came and picked up their son, and she was like, you know, our son, he just wants to see us together. But I felt like she wanted to see them together too. So I just felt her heart.
She wants to be with her husband. Like,
yes, and that's not wrong.
It's not wrong. But she can't right now. And, like, he don't even understand. Like, the thing is, dude, like, she would be with you if you would keep your thing in your hands. Like,
yes, Glenn, you gonna make somebody throw high grits on you. You around here playing.
Like, us three and the people in this live, like, they know because they've already done the reunion. We still sitting right here waiting on Friday to see what the results of the paternity test is. That's crazy.
Well, I definitely felt Letitia in that moment. I definitely felt like she was, when she said that, like, she gave me chills, because I was like, she really is, she really, we saw a woman in pain, and she was expressing her pain, and at the same time, she was reclaiming her worth to him, like I know who I am now. I know what my worth is now, and I'm not gonna take anything less but the best from you. So we're gonna make this work. You're gonna have to do better. You're gonna have to really show me that you want me, that you want to be with me, that you want this marriage, that you want your family.
And this can't be a tell her what you want. Tell her what you want in your situation. Because I feel like that's what Glenn doing. He telling her what she wants.
Just to get her to come home.
Yeah.
Actions.
So, okay, let's move on to episode 5, fellas.
Episode 5.
Fresh
Marie
start
has her
and lady part.
Yes, Marie has her birthday party, her re-birthday party.
And Marie Monroe.
I'm gonna tell you something. For me, I could not with Marie sitting up there with that big cheese grin on her face when Cedric was doing whatever it was he was doing. Like, I was so outdone. I was like, girl, get Cedric out of the building. Like, what?
I loved it.
Look, it reminded me of like when you at school and you in the lunchroom and you see your favorite crush, and then the lunch lady don't charge you for your extra pizza, and you like, oh yes, today is a good day, baby. She was happy.
I loved it.
But I liked it. I liked the party, but so Gucci tickled me, which Gucci was like, we need to redo this rebirth. I thought she was hilarious in them confessionals, but it was a good moment.
I like
Latrice and her coming together.
And I love the party. I love that she invited Latrice. It was, a kind of like an olive branch.
It threw me off when they did that twirl. I was done. I was like, what? I was waiting for the ball to drop.
My sister.
But I love
hello, beautiful.
I love the ex-husband.
You love his singing?
Yes, it was cute. It was, happy birthday.
And then, so this is also when Tambra and Damon are at Tambra's parents' home, and they're talking about relationships. And this is when the moment when Greedy says, sometimes it's just a little different. We don't know how it's going to happen. Like they're sitting there having a conversation with her parents who've been married for 1,000 years.
Long time.
And he's telling them, I may marry her, but I want her to be the mother of my kids. And I want her to live with me, but I could marry her. Maybe. At some point. I got a problem with it.
Why?
Because why do you want all of the married things without me being your wife? You want me to make you understand, like, you can't make decisions for me. Like, even if I have children with you, the children can make decisions before you can. You see what I'm saying? Like, Tambra, all she wants is to be where she should be. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she would rather be single than be somebody's moment. If that makes sense. To me, that's how I feel.
Well, that part to me was like it was definitely a filler.
Yeah,
definitely
a filler.
Episode.
Definitely a filler.
Because I was kind of in and out, and I love Tambra, but I was like, yeah, this is a filler. Like, definitely just.
And then this is also.
Look, you don't like it because you ready to move on.
I mean, it was a filler. Like, it was just a filler. It wasn't like it really didn't have to be on the episode.
But this is also when Letitia takes Tambra over to the side at that party and talks at the rebirth.
Informs her.
It informs her about Tysha. Whatever.
The decorator. Her business should be booming, baby.
It should be.
It probably is now.
She should have Jackson on fire. With her, with Tysha finally, talking to Tambra about it, I was mad at first with Letitia before holding it in so long, because I'm like, you was around Tambra all this time and you knew this information and you didn't say anything to her, and I was like, why are you still sitting in front of Tambra and that's your girlfriend and you're not telling her that this woman is killing you with this with this information? And I told her, I expressed it to Letitia. That's my girl.
Not you holding her accountable, baby.
Thank you.
Okay.
One thing about Letitia, seriously, don't do that, because I can express express the truth even on my face. But one thing about Tysha Pearson, she receives my honesty because she does come from a place of love, and I share these very same thing to her. Like I let her know, like I didn't like that she held on to the information so long. So like, this is your good girlfriend. Like, let her, like, you should let her know earlier. But I understand she wanted to get all the facts, and even Tambra said, there were the receipts, like where are the facts. She wanted the facts. So
and then like at the end of this is when Tambra goes to her grandmother's house, and she talks, after they finish doing that, she talks to Greedy about the emotional situation. Now, my problem with Greedy is the fact that he just seems like he wants it to just disappear. So we have to talk about this, because if this timeline overlaps with my timeline, like, I'm gonna be on your side right now, but you and I, we get in this house, we're gonna have something to talk about. Now, I'm gonna be on your side. I'm gonna deny this woman like you deny her. But when we get in this house, we're gonna talk about the timeline.
But I get where he was coming from, because he didn't want to shed light on the party plan. He didn't want to give her that much energy, and I get it. Especially publicly. I'm not gonna give this woman that much energy to talk about her on the show, because she's not to keep talking about her, to talk about whatever she's, I'm not gonna give her that much energy. And I get it from him and from Tamara, because Tamara was like, I'm not gonna give this woman life. I'm not gonna make her part of my storyline. Like, it's not about to happen.
100%. 100%.
I get it.
Now, I did see the interview, because I watch their interviews like they do with Richie Sky, right? And Tamara, because a lot of people were like, when they were in a solo confessional, people were saying, when he said, I don't want to talk about it, let's move on. Now, she said in that interview that the producer that was asking him questions is a producer that never talks to him, never acknowledges him when they're on set. So that's why he responded to the producer like that. But,
it shouldn't make a difference. It shouldn't make a difference.
To me, I just look at it. Now, I'm glad you held Letitia accountable.
I told her accountable. That's my girl. She knows this.
I love Letitia too.
There you go. But
now hold Aikisha accountable.
To me, we need to. We need to clear, because I don't want next season where this girl pop up and it's, I'm pregnant. Like, let's clear up the emotional connection.
I don't think they're gonna be on that. I don't think they're gonna be on that.
Oh, she's not gonna be bad.
I'm just saying.
She's irrelevant.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Okay. Wait a minute. Let's go. We got a couple more to do. We got a little time, but episode 6, Talk to Me. So we open with Greedy and the emotional relationship. He dispelled that. He was trying to do his best with that. But then Glenn rallied up on, Glenn rallied up on Letitia.
Oh, yeah, child. Jesus.
That was crazy.
Psycho.
Crazy. Talking about you not answering your phone. Sir, why? I'm sure it's been some nights she didn't call him, he ain't answer his phone. And that's why you running up on me, because you think I'm doing what you're doing while I'm answering my telephone.
But see, that to me, that to me was a signs of an insecure man that is afraid that his mom is going to find someone else and move on from him, and he was a scared, insecure man. Definitely.
Absolutely,
honey.
And then he done went and cut the food at the birthday party.
Child.
The entire food
That's when he flew back.
Did the most.
You went from being good when you met with her, you seemed sincere, then you on a whole nother vibe. Now that just made me look at Glenn like you just want to reel her in and get your hooks into her, like Aretha Franklin was singing about, and I never loved a man. Glenn is that man.
Yeah.
And you back to your same trick.
He is. That's a perfect song. Jay, that is a perfect song for this situation.
Come on, little man.
Ooh, that's
Glenn.
And then, and in this episode also, we go. Let me tell you, this was my favorite part, because to me, this made it feel like a Housewives installation when they include the guys and the guys have their own thing. I love this.
Yeah,
that was cute.
I love when they went to the woods. I love JJ. I love Cliff. I love how Cliff was getting upset because they were talking about him and Selena. I loved all of that. I loved how Willie thought. I love how Willie thought that infidelity was a part of being from Mississippi.
Yeah, when he said that Cliff had been with Selena, I was like, wait a minute, Cliff?
Yeah.
Because Selena's a gorgeous woman, like Selena, girl. What's going on, sis?
But
No.
Glenn killed me when he was like, I don't know if it's my baby. You got a big nose. You got a pig nose. I was like, Glendale.
I could with Glendale. I could not with Glendale in that moment. I was like, boy, you better not come out nobody knows. Please. That was too much for me.
Yeah, Aikisha's husband he was definitely confused about it all. He's learning, this is like it's a new. They're all learning each other, so he definitely was like, "What's going on here? What am I getting myself into?"
Okay, real quick. What we got to talk about is the Belle that is not yet a Belle,
Who's
that is Melanie. I love
Mel. I love her.
Oh yeah, she's cute.
She is.
Yes.
She is so. She is so Gina from Different World to me. I love Belle. I love her.
I do. I think she should be a Belle. Definitely.
I think she should be a Belle too.
She'll fit perfectly.
She's perfect. And I think I was on that live the other night. I think her disposition is great. I think the way she talks is great. I think just her interaction with the ladies are great. She's good with all the ladies. So that's a good thing. So I was like, that's the unrung Belle of Belle Collective, and it's Melanie. And I think she should, Carlos, if you're on here listening, sir, I think you should give her a Belle.
Definitely give her and give Essie. Essie's an ensemble Belle too. I think
Essie is an ensemble Belle.
She's very balanced and she can bring
not an ensemble Belle.
Conflict.
Yeah, she's an unwrong Belle. She's a very unwrong Belle.
I think she's Marie. Like, what I love about their friendship is that Essie, to me, can calm Marie or can make her, calm down and think logically. And I really understood their friendship more this season. Even when she went to Goddess Links with Latrice, and Latrice was like, I started smelling white diamonds and look up and see Essie. Then Essie was like, yeah, girl, let me get out of here before we get too dark. I was like, okay.
Baby, in the hood, honey, she wasn't lying because as we learned, there were gunshots and everything going on over there. So Essie Marie was not lying about Latrice.
No, sir, that area is not that bad. It is not that bad.
Latrice's assistant said it himself. So it's
obviously
bad. He said it himself.
It's north side. It's off North Side Drive, but it's not like that.
That man works there. He ain't lying.
Look, I grew up there. I know.
I know. Man works there. He ain't lying.
Okay, so let's get on this because I don't know how our time is going, but we
we got we got a few minutes.
Okay, we have to touch on this. We have to touch on the
suspension.
The suspension. The suspension was a lie.
Jesus, so, on the main line.
King, go ahead. We want you to start with that first because
yes, baby, let him go.
Aikisha came in and said that she was not invited. Go.
Oh yeah, because we didn't talk about the fact that she had a birthday party for her son, and that none of the Bells were in attendance to the birthday party.
And I did like the little meet and greet that she did. Her and Marie did when they had
that was cute
with the kids. That was cute. I like
that. That was the only other moment that I saw from Aikisha that made me like her because she seemed to be more human in that moment when connecting with Marie.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Here you go.
So, but the suspension, it was things went well. I mean, it went well.
Tambra got caught up.
Tambra that's what I want to know, Queen. Do you think she lied?
She definitely, I'm not gonna say she lied, but she definitely misrepresented what. Well, I'm saying not misrepresented because I feel like when she was saying to the girls that. Because Aikisha did call Marie and Tysha ugly. She didn't use the word ugly, but she was referring to them being ugly. With the wording that they said she said it. She didn't say the word ugly, but she was basically saying they were.
She said, there are no other cute girls.
Yes. So basically, you're saying the girls are ugly without saying they're ugly.
No, that's not the same as saying ugly. If we gonna see on the reunion, we gonna see on the reunion.
And then her even saying that, it's like, girl, it's gonna come out like you calling them ugly because you're implying that there are no other pretty girls. So I'm like, girl, that's what you said, but Tambra used the word ugly to make it even more like boom,
I feel like Tambra got caught up. I feel like she got caught up.
She definitely did.
I feel like she got caught up
in a way.
I feel like she got caught. I feel like she told.
But she didn't lie. She didn't lie. She didn't lie.
You don't think so?
She didn't lie because Aikisha Aikisha is shady.
No.
Aikisha,
Let's be clear.
Aikisha to be a smart woman and to be this educated woman, she doesn't understand that when she refers to when the word shade or shady is being used, it's not saying she's a shady person or character. It's saying that she can throw shade, and she took it as the opposite.
Oh Lord!
Even she said it. Even she said she felt like it was attacking her character. It was a character. It was not, boo boo. It was you because you're very shady. You have a slick mouth. And you
No.
A lot
of it.
What we not gonna do is we not gonna defend her. No.
It was never
Tambra, to me, this is the thing. You don't have to go back and tell anybody anything. That's the best way to not cause a problem. But if we take it a step further to Marie saying, when they got Marie on that phone and Marie said, I don't know why Tambra's up here lying. She didn't want to be included in the group text. So Tambra, to me, is saying a lot that needs to be cleared up at this reunion. It's not like Tambra is innocent. If Marie, you like Marie, and if Marie says it, I'm going to rock out with Marie saying, I don't know why she acts like she likes Aikisha. So I feel like she could have been playing both ends of the stick. Letitia and Aikisha possibly could have gotten along better, but if you're my friend and you're saying don't include her on the group text, now you gonna exclude you excusing that King? That's what you gonna do? Tamra, come on now. Come on.
Like King, why would she be wanting her excluded on the group text? She got a whole TV show with these women. They need to be in contact. Right. You know what I'm saying?
But the thing is, Aikisha, evidently Aikisha and her, it's something that happened off camera that we're not aware of, something that transpired, and she didn't want her on the group text.
Baby, you gonna find an excuse for her.
We don't know what their relationship, we don't know what
Tambra is other stuff. It's shadier stuff. So, because when they were at that table, she owned it.
But at the end of the day, Aikisha is a replacement. So you don't. If I don't want you on my group text, you don't use my group text.
Baby,
She's a replacement.
No.
Yes, she is. She's a replacement. She replaced Dr. Antoinette.
No, they brought on two Bells. She's not a Belle of the show. She's a Belle, baby. Ain't no replacement, baby.
It's okay to be a replacement, boo.
No.
That ain't got nothing to do with Tambra. We gonna keep it level. It ain't got nothing to do with Tambra.
Jay, wait a minute. Okay.
Yes.
Go and listen to the podcast with Carlos. She was not a replacement.
She's a replacement.
Carlos said she had to be on the show. She was brought in
season 2.
The person that she was brought in by. Like you can say that about Gucci. You think Gucci was a replacement?
Were they season 1? My point. They were
that's not a replacement. That's any show that get rid of people and add people.
Dr. Antoinette left, and they brought two on.
No, Antoinette should have been replaced episode 2. Okay,
but that ain't got nothing to do with Tambra and her line.
There's nothing wrong.
But that has nothing to do with Tambra and the lie. That has nothing to do with the lie.
Burris Tucker is a replacement on Housewives. She joined second season and still on the show as long as running Housewives. So there's nothing wrong with being a replacement. There's nothing wrong.
Okay, no, it's nothing wrong with the way you talk about Candy, but it's different how you talk about Aikisha.
Of course.
No.
But see, you trying to deflect from the stuff about Tambra. That's all that is. We're not going to deflect from Tambra. We're not going to deflect from her. You can love her, but she's a messy Belle at this point.
No, it is what it is.
Tambra is my soror, and I love her, right? But Tambra was wrong.
I mean, she definitely, like I said,
she's giving messy Belle.
She didn't lie because, I mean, Aikisha is shady. Aikisha has a slick mouth. She does shade the girls. Like,
this has nothing to do with what she said.
What's wrong with that? All the girls equally throw shade.
Yes, they do.
So what's the problem?
But Marie even said, I don't know why Tamra's acting like she likes Aikisha and she doesn't. We're going to clear this up at the reunion. She doesn't. She's a messy Belle.
No, she's not. Aikisha definitely, I mean, Tambra definitely No, definitely has a liking.
All you can say is Aikisha is shady. That's all you saying.
It's okay.
All you saying is Aikisha is shady.
Yeah, no, it's a liking.
You're not owning this about camera.
Okay. We're gonna agree to disagree because Jay and I feel like we're disagreeing with you, King. Okay, but we're gonna agree to disagree. We're gonna move on to episode 7, and it's called.
Wait. Before we move on, the time we got 30 seconds. So I'm gonna stop this, and I'm gonna bring back, and we're gonna do one more to wrap it all together.
Okay.
So let me stop this because we got 20 seconds on the clock. Shout out to my girl Tambra, Sheree, the queen, honey, the beautiful Belle.
Aikisha, yes. Latrice and Letitia.
Tam. Messy Belle.
And Letitia, the Bells, honey. The only Bells that matter.
Messy Belle.